Now, before you can do design and implementation, you need to know what you're building. The top left of the V deals with requirements. Generally, there are at least two levels of requirements in a V. One is the software requirements specification, or software requirements. That says what the software does, but not the how it does it. The idea of an SRS is that the software does everything in the SRS, but nothing that's outside it. It avoids details unless those details are absolutely mandatory to the marketing requirements, which we'll talk about in a second. And it's often paired with a hardware requirement spec. So if you have an SRS and a hardware requirement spec together, they tell the engineers what they're building at a very high level. Not how they're building it. How they're building it is the detailed design and below, but what they're building. Above the SRS is the product requirement spec. The PRS is the market-facing product requirements. Those are the things that you're actually selling to the customer. It's what the system does from a user point of view. And typically, it's the point of interface between, for example, marketing and the software development group. It might be a feature list. It might be a customer-specified acceptance test plan. It could be a lot of things, but the idea is the PRS says the customers want you to build this thing, and everything in there has to be a feature or a behavior. Whereas the SRS is at a lower level, and it says, okay, that's what they want. How exactly are we going to build that? That's the SRS. After you go PRS, SRS, then you do detailed design.